Takes a couple seconds for that to happen. All right. All right, we are live on Facebook and we're also live on Zoom. Welcome, Rob. So happy you can join us on this Saturday morning.
Thank you for having me. As usual, I'm super excited to be here and busting at the seams to share more and more. And so thank you for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited. It's been a great week. It was a great week listening to you on Monday, and then your replay and all this exciting stuff. So tell us what's happened for you this week, and why are you joining us today?
Well, as this week has just been a brilliant week, more and fuller expansion of who I am, and that's what I am here to do for people, and just to help people reconnect to their soul's remembering. I know that definitively that's why I'm here. And I realize that so many people are just stuck in a world of suffering, and that's their baseline that they are operating from. And it's not fun. And it becomes very serious and very heavy. And basically what I see, and I know it because I've been there. I've been in the world of suffering, and a lot of it was created by myself and by my own thinking, by my own feeling. And it was so brutal when I came to the realization. It's like, oh my goodness, like I'm the one that's creating it. And so essentially it's like the baseline of the masses of society as well is that our baseline, our center line is in the world of suffering and despair and sadness and depression and anxiety. And that's where we live. And you don't have to. You can make the choice to flip that. So I'm not saying that those things won't ever happen to you, but it's about making your baseline happiness. So being happiness, being joy, being peace and love. And you choose that. So you use the power of choice to be what you want to be. And so that your center line, so you're flipping everything, you're flipping essentially your reality, you're creating your reality because you're choosing what you want to be. And by being happy, by being love, by being peace and joy and whatever else you want to be, you can put it in there. And then there will be moments where you experience sadness or grief or despair, something like life happens. So I see it as basically your baseline is the happy joy and peace and love. And then something will happen and you go out. It's like, okay, there it is. Let's honor it. There's the grief because this happened. Someone passed away, or you had loss of some sort, loss of a job, loss of an identity of who you believe you to be in this very moment. And you feel it, you honor it, and you let it go. You honor it with universal love, universal light, and then you come back to your baseline. So you're not committed, you're not committing to staying in that stuckness. You don't have to. And so it's a flip by choosing it. And it takes work, but you have to honor the weeds that are there. So there's weeds and seeds. And as we go through life, our humanness, we're not, for the most part, we're never taught how to process what people call the bad, or we're not taught how to process those energies of any traumas or dramas that may have taken place in our life. And it's all energy, and then it gets stuck. It gets stuck in our energetic field. And so then when we go to expand into something new, we bring those weeds. So that's a new seed that we're trying to plant in our field of consciousness. And essentially what happens is we bring the weeds, so those traumas and dramas, we bring those seeds with us. So we bring more of the bad with us as we expand. So we have to take the time to cultivate the soil of our soul, the soil of our energetic field, and just look at what's taking place. Look at what's happening in your mind look at what's happening in the feeling mind as well, and just take time to clear out the old, clear out the cobwebs, clear out the weeds. And then as we do that, we can have a clear field for a new vision for who we are in the world. The past does not determine who we are in the world. And a lot of the time we make decisions based on the crap that has happened to us. And then sometimes we make decisions on good things that have happened to us in the past. And then those turn out to be not so good. So you can't base your future on what has happened. And like you look at so many people who have had not so great upbringings, or like Oprah, one of my beautiful idols, of people that have just come from a really not so great upbringing and or history, and she's done amazing things. And I'm not saying that everyone's going to be Oprah, but your past doesn't determine who you are going to be in this very moment. You get to choose that. You get to decide and use the power of choice and use the power of decision to really decide that today is the day that I'm going to start taking ownership of who I am in the world, no matter what everyone else says. And like when I began my journey of what I'm doing today, I had people telling me like, "Oh, you're crazy. You shouldn't be doing that. No, don't do that. You should stay doing what you're doing." I didn't want to. I wasn't happy doing that because I knew there was something deeper within me that really wanted to come out and play. And so I had to ignore that because that's coming from their lens, from their experience. And until they recognize that, like, I have to take the ownership for me and create my lens of how I'm seeing the world, what I'm creating. And if I let other people tell me like what I want to come out of, like what wants to come out of my heart, you're giving your power away.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to be like, no, this is my life. I'm the only one that's ever going to live it. So no one else is ever going to build your dream for you. So that's when you take what I call the flashlight or the spotlight and put yourself on center stage and just say, okay, let's do this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so important. And I think what you say is so important with how we live from our experiences. So
Mm-hmm.
you're now working with our community, which we're so happy to have you. And so with our community, is that what you're working on, is helping them find that get back to soul, we, like acknowledge the weeds and then come back to this center place?
Yeah, exactly. So like the MP3s, the package A can easily do that. And you can sit with those and just be with those MP3s, and it can help you clear out your field of the things that aren't serving you or the results that are showing up in your life. And like I had a client, she was just struggling with her business and she just couldn't break through to that next level of income. And we sat down, and within 5 minutes, we determined that there was this massive issue of self-worth and valuing herself. And so we took on the work, and it's very non-invasive. There's not a lot of talking with the work that I do. So it's I guide people on an inward journey to really honor those stagnations that are within yourself because of the past traumas or dramas. And this one client in particular, after one session, within a few weeks, her business started to explode. She started to bring in new, like, high ticket clients. And her and her partner are moving to, excuse me, they're moving to her home country where she always has wanted to be. And it just warms my heart to be part of that. And because I believe that that's part of her journey of really remembering why she's here is to value herself and to value the miracle of who you are. Like we're all freaking miracles. Like we're walking, talking, breathing miracles with like legs and arms. And so it's about honoring that and just tapping into the divine technology that we are.
I love that. And that self-worth piece is so, so big and such an important part that I think a lot of us kind of forget that that's missing. So I love that is how you helped her kind of explode into this new place. So that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have lots of people here. We have lots of people here on Zoom. We have people here on Facebook. We got hands raised.
Awesome.
Zoom, you can raise your hands. And I know you want to work with some people today. So are you ready to get that started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, great. So those of you on Zoom, and when you have your hand raised, I will bring one person over at a time. And you will be on video, just giving you a heads up. You can turn that off if you want to, but we would love to see your face. We love that. So, but it's entirely up to you. So just putting that out there. And let's bring our first caller, who is Yvonne. I'm going to bring you over. Wait, there you are. I lost you for a second. Okay, so you're coming over and your video will be on, but you can turn it off if you want.
Oh, hi.
And there you're unmuted. Hi, Yvonne.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome. Glad to have you here. And I'm going to go off video, and you and Rob can do your.
Okay. Hello, Yvonne. How are you?
Oh, Rob. Oh, my God. I feel so blessed and honored. Thank you.
So what's going on for you?
Oh, I've got a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
We're trying to relocate my elderly in-laws to another city.
Okay.
But my whole thing is to get going on loving my love and service and creating a sacred space for myself where I can be out there. I've spent a lot of years just going within and clearing and transmuting and all this stuff. Maybe just a little help in moving to the next step. I know it's a subtle journey, especially for me.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can feel it. So all I want you to do is just close your eyes and relax. Allow the chair that you're in just to come up underneath you to support you. The chair is part of Mother Gaia, and that part of Mother Gaia is there to support you. And we can intend that everyone else who is on the call can tap into this as well. And so all I want you to do is from your heart space, send a beautiful cord of light. And we're going to do this fairly quickly. Just send a beautiful cord of light down into Mother Gaia. Beautiful. Beautiful. Send it all the way down to the core, all the way down to the core, all the way back up to your heart space. You're blessing Mother Gaia with your frequency. And you're also receiving Mother Gaia's frequency. Beautiful. And now from that heart space, we're going to do this quickly as well. And we're calling in your angels and guides and your galactic source, your point of creation of your soul essence. And we're going to take that energy from your soul essence, from your threefold flame of who you are, and we're going to send that beautiful cord of light up to the top of your head. And your angels and guides will come with you and will intend that you connect back to source, to the point of creation. Send it up and up and up, up and up and up, connecting in. And when you get as far as you can go, we're stretching, stretching, stretching. Beautiful. Keep stretching, keep stretching. And when you get to your maximum, we'll ask that your angels and guides take you even further, further and further. Beautiful. And now we'll allow that light to loop back down, all the way down, gently, gracefully, all the way down to the top of your head. washing over your whole entire physical entity. That's you with a beautiful golden platinum light. Golden platinum light. And for you and everyone else on the call today, I'm seeing a beautiful cobalt blue edging to that golden light. And just let that light wash over your whole entire physical entity as it's providing you with an armor to go within. It's filling every single cell, atom, and molecule, and you can even expand it out into your aura with the intention that it cleanses and repairs any weeds. Beautiful. And also intend that it fills every single cell, atom, and molecule. And now I want you to go within and bring that light down into your heart, spark that platinum light, that new energy. It's a very fresh frequency. That new energy, allow it to spark within your heart. Awesome, beautiful. And hands are just going to come in and on to activate that. It's your responsibility to take this light and foster it. Hands are coming in and on to cleanse and clear the heart. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And now all I want you to do is to recall the next steps that you want to take in your journey, in your fuller expression of who you are. And just in your mind's eye, create that story of what you're butting up against. And all it is, you've done the inner work. All it is just breaking out of the inside work and taking the outside, taking the work outside and sharing it. And where do you feel any tension or constriction?
I feel like crying right at the moment.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I feel my heart is pretty wide open. If anything, I would say it's more in my solar plexus.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a rock there. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in that beautiful light, that beautiful golden light. Bring it down, 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 gently, just like a waterfall coming from the top of your head and even up from your feet. So receiving it from Mother Gaia, that fire of Mother Gaia. It's a beautiful orange and red light from Mother Gaia, and then that golden light, allow it to come from the top of your head into the solar plexus to burn away all that does not serve you. And my hands are going to come in and on. There is nothing to fear. You have done the work. Honor the heart, the soul, the passion that you have to share. Hands are coming in and on. Okay, and let me know how you're doing now.
I feel more at peace,
and
I feel a little more open.
Yeah.
I have felt like everything has been in my field, just waiting to come in. And I feel a little more has been absorbed now. Yeah, I feel like I'm one with,
And are you ready to start sharing your gift?
Oh, I'm ready to start sharing.
So now all I want you to do is just to close your eyes and put your call into the divine right now, and ask for divine inspiration in the form of an image, in the form of words or sounds, so that you can interpret it. Ask that image come through to you for the next action step that you can take in sharing you with the world. Allow it to come in, invite it in. The door is open, but you have to invite the divine in. Beautiful. Okay. And what did you get?
I just got the door flew open.
Yeah.
And it's just like a light ready for me to step out and just go do my thing. And yeah, and I feel more empowered.
Totally. So what's one thing you can commit to doing today? In the 3D world, something that you can do?
Well, I'm going to do a little more purging and cleansing my home to open the space.
Awesome.
I have already had my candle lit and it's already burnt out because I'm constantly working. I'm committed to being who I am. And I'm also going to be more compassion and love to those around me.
Beautiful.
Be an inspiration to anybody that crosses my path.
Awesome. I love it. So the more that you take that on, the more you receive that inspiration from the divine intelligence of what you're here to do, and use that and take action on it. It's like the divine is just sitting there like, okay, check. She has done it. Let's give her more to do.
Yeah.
So
I'm so ready.
Yeah. So I also see you, I see you sharing your gift in front of more people, where you're like actually center stage. And
you know what, that's what I feel. I see me doing that.
Yeah. So that's something so if that's something you see, put a call into the divine every day. 2 minutes, doesn't have to be 4 hours of meditation. Put a call into the divine. And what is my next step that I have to do to get to that point?
Okay.
And don't worry about the how. If you do, and this goes to everyone, when you set the vision, if you worry about the how, like, oh, how is that possible? That's like just not possible. Like, don't worry about the how. The how will amaze you as to how it comes into your life, who you meet that aligns you to that. And it is absolutely divinely magical. So put your call into the divine.
You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Yvonne. You know, the one of my favorite things about these Zoom calls is when you guys come over on camera, because Yvonne, you look completely different than when you started. Like, you just look so much lighter. You're smiling. Like, I didn't notice the light in your background. Like, and I know it was there the whole time, but now
there's a little bit more color in your face.
It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love that. Absolutely.
Well, you are an inspiration, and I'm so grateful for all of this. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You've got this.
Keep us posted.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Rob. I love how you work with people, because you take them through this journey. And because I had a session with you, right? And you take them through this journey, you take us through this journey, and you see it just all becomes so clear. But you invite that space, you give us that space, and you create that healing for all of that, to clear out all that gunk that's kind of holding us back. And when you were talking to Yvonne, it made me remember that when you and I were working together, you asked about the pain, like where that energy was, and it was in my hip. And I didn't even notice it there, but when you drew my attention to, like, where are you feeling that? I was like, oh, my hip hurts. And then till we were done, you cleared it out,
Yeah.
And it was gone, and it hasn't come back since. So that was a couple weeks ago.
Love it.
So I just love that you know, it's so powerful how you're working with people. So just needed to acknowledge that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's it never ceases to amaze me, and like I even had a newbie to meditation, never experienced any type of healing modality, and we just sat down. She had lost her mom, and she was just she wasn't sleeping. She was angry, she was pissed off, she was frustrated, she was just in a massive cycle of grief. And because we've all lost someone in our life, and like it hurts, and a lot of the time we don't know how to deal with it, and it's about honoring it. And so I walked her through a process, and she let go of all of that, and she actually felt the presence of her mom. And it makes me a little bit emotional even talking about it, because she now knows that her mom hasn't left. Her mom is still, she's transitioned. She hasn't passed away. She's left the physical form. And someone who'd never ever experienced meditation or the metaphysical world sat down with me, and now she even invites her mom in just to have a conversation with her and talk to her and receive guidance from her, because she's got a guide on the other side, on her side. And it's just
that's incredible.
That's so cool. She's just like, she's sleeping again, and she's happy. She's got like this spark in her eye that's just like infectious. And yeah, it's a joy to see her just sort of blossom out of that like deep grief and that suffering. So it's beautiful.
That is beautiful. It's you know, whether it's grief, whether it's stress, whether it's worry, so many of us are just walking around without joy and don't even know that it's in our life, right?
Totally. Like
emotions.
Sit on a park bench. I invite everyone who's on this call, sit on a park bench for 5 minutes and just do some people watching. Most people are miserable. It's an epidemic, and it's not going to change unless you change. And when you start to like shift, you'll start to meet more and more people who have that light, and they can acknowledge it and have that little smile. Like even in a big city, like I'm in North Vancouver, and I think there's a population of about 3 or 4 million, so it's not that big, but you start to see more and more people. When you make that switch, you start to see more and more people who have that little light and who are willing to show you that, as opposed to being cranky and just sort of not in a fun state. And it's like, we take life so serious, even like as on a spiritual journey. Like a lot of the time we just get so serious about it. And like I know I was there where it was like, no, it has to be this way. And when we just lighten up within the light and learn to laugh a little bit, even when like silly things take place, when we just learn to laugh and enjoy life and honor, like we're all here for joy. We have all come here for peace and joy and love. We didn't come here for suffering. And all we've done is we've forgotten why we've come here. We've all decided in this lifetime to come here. And so that's part of my journey, is to help people remember why they've come here. So did you come here for suffering or joy and peace and fun?
Yeah.
Like, life is for fun, no matter what, no matter what's going on.
That's right. Oh, that's so beautiful. And I just want to ask too, the processes you're doing, even with the individual people, are for all of us as a collective, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do a write-in question here. We have from Sue, and she says, I've had a real problem since 2009 of not being seen or heard, and would appreciate some way of stepping out of this paradigm. I have the creativity, I have the vision, but I have no support to become the dream.
So yeah, there's a lot in those words that I would want to immediately flip. So if you're not being seen, chances are you're not seeing yourself fully. Start doing some mirror work of talking to yourself and start saying some powerful I am statements. And yeah, any of the you've taken those thoughts and you've written them down. And so take those and flip all of those on their head, because the universe is super powerful. So if you're not being seen, then, and I say this with like divine love in my heart, then you're creating it. So you can flip it to I am seen. And when you start to honor that, there is some stuck energy there. I can feel it. So if you have the MP3s, go with the MP3s, or go with the group process, which is like package B, or you can take package C as it's like a one-on-one, and then you get all the other packages as well. But yeah, it's about flipping all of those negatives, those negations of what's not happening. So those results that are showing up in your world are coming from your thoughts and your feelings and any of those stagnations of energy that are within you. And so you've done the first part, you've written what's not working, and flip all of that and really honor yourself, and you'll start to see more people starting to see you.
I love that. And just by you speaking it, the flip, it completely shifts the energy right away. Like,
yeah, and totally. And I had a client who, she was absolutely fearful to go and speak to her boss about what she wanted for her career. And we worked on a session, and we turned out that she had this like massive constriction in her throat. And what happened was we not only cleared the energy in her throat, but there was a seed within that stagnation of energy. So it's like, my interpretation of that is that she came into this lifetime with that stagnation. Oh, sorry, not with that stagnation, with that seed. So the seed was there, but then the traumas and dramas muddled it and sort of put a gray cloud of energy around it. We went in, honored it, liberated it, and then that seed, and we both saw it unfurled into this like lotus flower in her throat. And the next day she went in and spoke to her boss, like in a very empowered way, to say, this is what I want to create for my life within this company. And she's doing it. So she's creating what she wants. She took a look at what wasn't working and what was showing up and flipped it.
Oh, I love that. And it's so, we've all been here in these stuck places for so long. And we can't see it on our own all the time, right? So we need Rob in our world to help us kind of see through it. And then, you can go, you can do it. So,
yeah, it's all just energy. And it's just about honoring any of that stuckness. So like whatever's happening with you right now, just take a real honest firm look at it and be like, okay, this is the crap that's showing up right now for me. It's an inside job. So you have to go inside and just clear out that energy, honor those stagnations that are there. And I see them as gray clouds. And I can even show you an image from a book that I have here. And it's interesting because this book had been on my shelf for about 10 years and just hanging out, just like, hello, read me, pay attention. And so what I do is I see energy in this form in people's field. And so that's the toroidal field or the magnetic field. And essentially what happens is that I just see gray clouds within the body and outside of that field. and it's about just liberating those stagnations with the new energy that's coming in like every day. There's new and new energy coming into the collective, and as we all rise up, and even on this call, like whoever's on this call today, like if you sat with the work that I did with Yvonne, like, and shifted, it would have, there's a collective taking place. And that's why group work is so powerful, because you're all coming together with an intention to clear the crap that's taken place in your life, no matter what it is, no matter how horrible it is. It's about clearing it. And the group work allows, when someone else shares, it's like an absolute mirror. And when I started doing group work in different areas of life, I was like, oh, this doesn't apply to me. Like, oh, and then it was like, oh gosh, it does. It's a mirror of something that had shown up in my life. And then when I honored it and liberated it, it's like I was able to create from just a space of like of equanimity and like just springboard out of that. So yeah, it's quite beautiful.
I love that. I love group work. I think group work's so powerful. So
yeah, it's a brilliant,
it does bring the right people.
Yeah, it's a brilliant way to just to like gather that force. And like I know in like the group program, it's a global program. There are people joining from all around the world, and it's like all of those energies that I'm connected to, I'm able to spread that out. And it's galactic energy, and the more that I feel into it, the more that I know that it's like it's from the point of creation, and in a really divine way. And I'm just a conduit. That's all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we have a ton of people on this call, and we have a ton of hands raised. So let's
awesome. Let's do more.
All right. So let's bring over Doreen. I'm going to bring you over. You will be on video.
Okay.
And you can turn it off if you want to, but we would love to see you. There she is. Let's see if I can unmute
Doreen.
you.
Yeah, she's on mute.
Come on. Unmute. My computer's slow. We can see you. Let's try it this way.
Can Doreen unmute herself?
Yeah. If you scroll over on the bottom of the screen, if you scroll over the video, there should be a mute button.
Go. Is that better?
That's great.
Awesome.
There you are. Hi, Doreen.
Hello. And you can hear me okay?
We can hear you great.
Perfect.
Oh, wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to go off video.
This has been wonderful. Thank you so far.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Doreen. So what's going on for you? What are you butting up against?
You know, I do a lot of work spiritual wise and otherwise. I work in entertainment. I'm a writer and I perform, and I also do spiritual, I would say spiritual, personal and spiritual development is what I like to say. I feel though in my career in regarding my acting, even my writing, that I've reached some form of a glass ceiling. I can only get but so far. People say, oh, it's a fear. I'm not sensing what that fear is or where that fear has come from, but I'm working 24/7 to move things forward. Yeah. And it's like, wall, or no, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I invite you right away to add one word to the I don't know.
Yeah.
Of I don't know and I'm willing to look. Because as soon as you say the I don't know, it's like whoosh, you close the doors. So it's I don't know what to do.
I don't know. And I'm willing
to look. And then that's like you've closed things down a bit, but then you've opened it back up. And yeah, so let's go into that space, and we'll do some work because I can feel what's going on already. So just close your eyes and relax. And I'm going to just walk you through energetically grounding. So just feel your heart. And this is intended for everyone else on the call as well. Mm-hmm. So just tap into your heart, feel the rhythm, feel the pulse of your heart. It's your frequency of who you are. And we're going to do this relatively quickly. And we're just going to take your beautiful light, your soul essence, your soul spark of who you are from that heart space. And you can even place your hand to your chest, to your heart, so you can feel the rhythm, feel the pulse. Mm-hmm. And now all I want you to do is send that beautiful cord of light all the way down into the earth. Mm-hmm. Send it further and further, grounding, 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 all the way to the core, all the way to the core. Mm-hmm. And our intention is that if anyone joins us, any galactic beings, angels, or guides, that they're 100% the light. All others must leave now. And I'll also ask that all wandering souls choose the path of light for ascension or choose the path of light for reincarnation. You must leave now. And we ask that that light be transmuted back to universal love. And as your light is connected to Mother Gaia, connected to the core of the earth, we're going to loop back up through your feet, all the way up to your heart. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And we're going to go quickly and gracefully up through the top of your head with the intention that your angels and guides are with you and connect your heart space up through the top of your head all the way back to your source. So we're stretching you out today to connect you back to your galactic source. Beautiful. Intention is powerful. You can use it for your highest good. Connecting back into source, looping back down, bringing that beautiful golden light. And for this work, I'm seeing really orange on the edge of that golden platinum light. And let's allow that to come down at the heart. And it's been sparked within you already. I can feel it. And we're just going to allow that we're going to amp that up in your heart space. Yeah. Bring it down into your heart. And from that heart space, I want you to send a beautiful, gentle pulse, a wave of light out throughout your whole entire physical entity. Beautiful. Just to start the cleansing and clearing process. And now I want you to bring to your mind, and we're going to collect all the energies that are connected to you getting all those no's, that working 24/7, processing, just really, really putting it all in as an actor, as a writer. And I want you to feel into where you feel the greatest tension. Is it in your head or is it in your lower abdomen? Which one's stronger?
I would say my head.
Yeah, okay. So all I want you to do is, from your heart space, send that beautiful golden light up to your heart, up to your head. And we're going to intend that it comes up from your heart space. And we're also going to bring it in from the top of your head. And we're going to do some work on the top of your head. Hands are going to come in and on. We're just opening up your Wi-Fi connection to the divine and the crown chakra. Just allow that light to percolate through, cleansing clear, and then allow that light just to gently and ever so effortlessly to come down into the brain, into the middle of the brain. And from that space in the middle of the brain, allow it to just gently percolate outwards. We're not pushing or pulling anything. We're just going to allow it to gently percolate out into the brain. And we intend that it goes through the nervous system and integrates into the nervous system of the brain so that you can have new thoughts, which will create new feelings for divinely empowered action. Hands are coming in and on. Okay, how you doing now? Just keep your eyes closed and let me know how you're doing.
Yeah, I can feel a lot of, it's like a very strong lightness around my head, and it's like it's being pushed up.
Yeah. And is there anywhere else that you sense tension right now?
The abdomen area.
Yeah, just below the belly button.
Yeah.
So all I want you to do is to bring up that beautiful, again, same thing today. It's the theme of the day. It's to bring up that fire, that passion from Mother Gaia, that beautiful orange and red light. Bring that up through the bottom of your feet, and that goes for everyone else. Bring that up into the abdomen, into the sacral chakra. Allow this to feed your creativity, your divine creativity. And you can even honor your sexuality of who you are in the world and allow that expression to come forth and to and through you. Allow your creativity to expand, and hands are coming in and on, and this is a collective in and on. And I'm hearing for you to stop the resistance of the creativity. Allow yourself to receive it. Allow yourself to be the conduit for that creativity that is coming through you. Yeah. Allow that to open and open and open and open and expand, expand, expand. Go boundless with that creativity. Past the room you're in, expanding that ball of light past the room you're in, past the city you're in, past the country. Take it to a global level. Merge it with Mother Gaia. Expand and merge. Expand and merge. Beautiful, beautiful. And from this space of being merged with Mother Gaia, I want you to ask, put your call into Mother Gaia, into the universe. What is the next step for you? Allow it to come in a vision, an image, a word, or a sound. You're doing the work. You're clearing the field all the time. But put your call in. Make the request so that you can receive the direction. Okay. And just allow yourself to come back gently, gracefully. You can place your hands to your heart. And for you, I see that you can allow whatever guidance you have to come through your pen, and just allow yourself to write when you need to. And how are you doing now? So just whenever you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel yourself in the room, grounding in. I'm just going to ground all the energy, all that expansion, grounding in and connecting to source, keeping your feet on the earth and your head in the clouds, your head in the galactic clouds. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, how you doing now?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Feel much lighter and stretched and
yeah. And the head is calmer and more open.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. That resistance that resistance is gone.
Yeah.
In the head.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
And I have my new assignment.
Awesome.
Yay, Doreen. I'm so glad you were able to join us.
Thank you, Gretchen. You're amazing.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
us posted how you're doing.
I will. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So I see a couple questions about your package. One is the session recorded in package C?
The one-on-one session?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's recorded. And I send an audio recording to everyone, because what happens too is that you can listen to that. And I do this with myself because I have coaches and spiritual mentors as well, because I believe everyone should have a coach, and because we're always expanding into newness. And so the recording is given to you so that you can amplify that energy. And I do that often when I have a session with my coach. I listen to the recording again of any of the meditation, and I usually cut it down to that meditation part, because all the other stuff that we were talking about doesn't matter. It's that meditation part, or that guided process, whereby the amplification of that energy, it's been initiated. And so what happens is it's my responsibility to foster it and to just to cradle it and support it and allow it to grow even more. So yeah. So
nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
And that session is an hour long, right?
Yeah, it's 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's crazy, guys. Look at what he's accomplished in helping who he's worked with and all of us today in just such a short amount of time. So just imagine what an hour. I don't need to imagine. I've experienced it.
It was awesome.
It is. It's awesome. And so, Rob, how do people know if they're ready to work with you?
If you're ready to make the shift, if you're ready to get the results that you want, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, or sick and tired of just being in that state of why isn't this working? Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? And so if you're ready to shift, if you're ready to, and this word scares people all of the time, if you're ready to change, if you're ready to change from the inside out and take on new things, because the healing, the work that I do, a requirement, a caveat, a requirement of the work is that you take on new action in the world. Like in the 3D world, you're actually you've cleared that space, and you have to take action. And that's what crystallizes the energy. It fortifies it. And it's okay, we've got this. Now we're going to expand a little bit more. We're going to change more. And it's uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. Change, growth. It's like when someone goes to the gym. They go to the gym because they want to grow their muscles. It's no different than the spiritual muscle or the action muscle of being your own action hero. It's painful. It's not painful, but it's uncomfortable. So you've got to say goodbye to the comfort zone blanket, and it just doesn't work of being in that comfort zone. The uncomfortable zone is where the growth and the expansion takes place. So if you're ready to take that on and you're ready to change, you're ready to grow into a fuller expression of who you are in the world, then like just make the decision. That's all it is. It's make a decision that this is what you want. This is what you're going to do. You're going to take on the program to work with me. And like we're building a community here of people within this program as well. And yeah, basically, if you want results, if you're willing to change, if you're willing to go that distance and make the decision today. And I guided someone who messaged me who said, oh, I don't have the money for like package C. And I said, make the decision right now that you're going to do it. And within 24 hours, she had the money. Mm. And I have honestly done that so many times in my life where I've made the decision. I've made the decision that this is what I'm going to do. And the universe conspires in beautiful ways. And like, I know another one of my clients, like he is a high school teacher and he knows that there's a glass ceiling for income. And he's just like, I don't want that. Like, yeah, there's security out of the full-time job and the pension and everything else, but he sees so much more. And he knows that he's taken on a new part-time job, even though he works his butt off as a teacher. He loves it. But what he wants to do is he wants to actually have his own business where he has an infinite income. Like there's no ceiling. It's like the world is his oyster, and he's tapped into that, and he's on fire. Like within the last like few months, he's matched about half of his salary with his income. And so, and the thing is, he made the decision. It's been uncomfortable. We conquered massive blocks of just not being able to go up and talk to people. And there was like self-confidence stuff there. And that's when we did that. Now he's able to talk to anyone. So no matter where you're at, you can be whoever you want to be.
Yeah. I love that. Mm-hmm. And the ready piece and the getting out of the comfort zone. The comfort zone is the stuck zone too.
Totally. Comfort zone blanket doesn't work.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to work with Rob, whether it's package A, B, or C, the link is orderjoynow.com/Rob16. So again, it's orderjoynow.com/Rob16. And I know that we were only going to go for an hour, but I also know we talked about doing a short group process. So do you have time to take us through that?
Yeah, definitely. We can take 5-10 minutes. Does that sound good?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Let's do that. And I'll just ask that this is for the highest and greater good. Okay. So all I want everyone to do who's here, and this is what will be similar, a similar process will take place on the group calls. I can feel everyone connecting in. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So just close your eyes and relax. Beautiful. Breathe into the belly as far as you can, down into the pelvis and up into the heart, up into the chest. And we'll just honor the divine miracle, the divine technology that you are here on this call. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And that is from my guides. And from that heart space, that soul essence of you, that soul spark, send that beautiful cord of light down into the core of the earth. Send it all the way down, connecting in with beautiful dendrils of light. Beautiful dendrils of your frequency rooting into the core of the earth and coming back up to the bottom of your feet, up into the heart, and allow that beautiful frequency to rest in the heart. Mm-hmm. And now from that heart space, send that cord of light, send it up through the top of your head, all the way up, with the intention to connect to your source, your galactic source. Mm-hmm. Keep sending it up. Everyone keep sending. Send it up into the heavens, up into the universe. Whatever your source is, allow it to connect in with the intention to help with your soul's remembering. Beautiful. Allow that beautiful light merging with my light to come down into the top of the head, showering over your physical entity. Mm-hmm. And now, today, we'll look at self-worth and self-value, as this is usually a massive abundance block, a block to your abundance. Call to your mind any hindrances or problems associated with what's taking place in your life with respect to self-worth. How do you value yourself? Mm-hmm. And now feel that constriction, feel that tension wherever it is strongest. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Wherever it's strongest, just feel it. Tap into it. Allow yourself to feel that constriction. It's just energy, and all we're going to do is honor it with light. So that beautiful light from your source, from the point of creation, bring it down to the top of your head. And it's going to illuminate all your chakras gently, gracefully. I see it coming down through all chakras, just like a gentle waterfall, sparking that beautiful platinum light. And now, wherever you feel that tension, the most tension, allow that light to come down through into that area. We've acknowledged it, that constriction, that tension. And now we're going to allow it to be what it is. It's just energy that we haven't processed. Our human hasn't learned to process it yet. Today we will do that. Beautiful. We've acknowledged it. We're allowing it to be what it is. And now I want you to take another step and accept it unconditionally for what it is. Beautiful. Accept it, accept it, accept it. Even if it's painful, accept it for what it is. And now I want you to bring that beautiful fire from Mother Gaia up from the bottom of your feet, and that golden light to come in. And all I'm seeing is that those stagnations of energy are just burning away, turning to ash. We're not forcing it, we're just allowing it to gently come down over, cascade over that stagnation in the body, and allowing that fire to come up from underneath. Beautiful. And hands are coming in and on the collective. Beautiful. Cleanse and clear, bring more and more light, more and more light. And I ask that Archangel Michael cut away all negativity, cut away all cords of negativity, transmuting back to love. And I also ask that all wandering souls leave your energetic being here and now and forever across all timelines, past, present, and futures. And choose the path of light for ascension, or choose the path of light for reincarnation. You must leave now. Beautiful. And now we're just going to bring in that beautiful golden light to cleanse that constriction, that tension, with one final blast. And you can let this percolate throughout the rest of the day as well, to amplify and to fill in any gashes, any wounds. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome, brilliant. And now the next step is I want everyone to tap into that space just above the belly button and below the solar plexus. So just below the base of the sternum, and just you can place your hand just above the belly button. This is what I call the J spot. And hands are coming in and on to activate universal joy, 7th dimensional galactic joy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Allow the joy that Mother Gaia has for you, that the universe has for you, to come to and through you. Invite it in. The door is open. Invite it in. Invite, invite, invite. Beautiful. And allow that to percolate through your whole entire physical entity, your whole entire aura, to cleanse and clear. And I'll do one final clearing of your total toroidal field. Beautiful. And now come back to heart, come back to the heart space, come back to your soul essence, your soul spark. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel your feet on the floor. Ground that energy in, ground it in, send it down to Mother Gaia, and connect to Source. Keep your feet on the floor and your head in the galactic clouds. And the final piece is to ask for your next step. Your next action step that you can take with this energy that's grounded and connected. Allow it to come in. Invite it in. Open the door and invite it in. Allow it to come in the form of images or words. And the intention is that you're honoring your soul's remembering to why you came here. For joy and peace, love, and equanimity. Beautiful. Come back to heart. Place your hands on your heart. Thank your guides. Thank your galactic guides. Thanking Mother Gaia, your galactic source. And thank yourself for doing the work you've done today. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes.
That was awesome.
I love it, love it, love it.
So good. Let us know how you're doing, everybody. That was really, really good. A great way to end the call on a Saturday morning to get us going. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I wanted to announce that Rob graciously, his package C was really, really a much lower price than he typically offers, especially for that hour-long session. And he graciously gave us 50 spots for that, and we're at 49. So we have one spot left, and then the price is going up by $100. I just heard from the web team that in 30 minutes she's raising the prices, so you might be able to sneak a few more in there at the lower price until she gets to that change. So I just want everybody to know that in 30 minutes. It's going up. So if you want to work with Rob and have that beautiful 1 hour session, again, you guys, you've just had a taste, a glimpse of what this hour-long 50-minute session is like with Rob. It really, truly is. It's amazing. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah. And group calls are every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, starting for Saturday of June.
Nice. Perfect. And again, don't underestimate the power of a group. Like, look what we've done here today. This is powerful work. So, that's just going to amplify. And if you can't afford the session and you want to do the group, you're gonna skyrocket. What you
totally. Yeah, there was a woman on yesterday commenting that she tracks her sleep and she listened to one of the MP3s. So if anything, if you can't do B or C and all you can do is package A, she listened to one of the MP3s and she tracks her sleep, and she increased the amount of deep sleep by 3 times what she normally does.
That's crazy.
Just by listening to the MP3. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, deeply powerful.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. Everybody's loved the session. They loved the group process, getting lots of great comments.
Awesome.
And loved all the sessions. So thank you so much, Rob, for sharing your Saturday with us.
You're most welcome. Anytime.
All right, great. All right, guys, one more time, orderjoynow.com/Rob16. So if you want that individual session, jump on there. Don't let that slip you by. All right. Happy Saturday. Thanks, Rob.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.